Today I'm going to demonstrate how to set up a learning module. You need to make sure your edit mode is on, and then go ahead. I like, instead of a module page, to do a content area tab. So we'll just create a tab and call it test. And then within that tab, I can choose from build content and choose learning module. And we'll call this learning module 1. And then when I scroll down, I have some options. I can enforce sequential viewing of the learning module. That means that students have to complete one item or link before they can move on to the next part of the module. So yes, I want to enforce that. You may choose no if you want the students to see everything in the module at one time. Open a new window just means, am I going to open those links and other things in new windows? So you can choose yes or no, whatever you prefer. You can track the number of views for the module. You can select when the module displays. If you want to display the module after a certain time or until a certain time, and then have students forced to finish the module by a certain date. Once you've selected your options, click submit. You've got your module. There's nothing in your module right now. What I have found is it works best to build the content in your tab, and then you can put it in the module in the order you want it. So if I create an item 1, here's learning content for students. I might insert videos into my content, insert links into my content, but that's what I want the students to learn. Then I might have an assignment. Okay, the students might want to do, I might want them to write a reflection. Assignment 1, reflection. Again, I choose my options for the assignment, the due date. I do have to give an assignment points. Then I can look at grading options, how I want the grade displayed, when I want the assignment to be available. Once I've selected my options, submit. There's an assignment. Let's go ahead and try a link. We'll just link to Yahoo. Again, choose all my options. If I wanted to attach something, I could do that. Oh, let me go ahead and put in my HTTP. And then submit. Hopefully it will take it this time. Okay, so you can see this is what happens when you're within a learning module as well. Even though I created item 1 first, then I created an assignment, then I wanted the students to go to Yahoo, it defaulted the order of the items. I can go here to change the order, but what I have found is even when I change it here within a module and move, okay, let me move the assignment 1 up, it will reorder it temporarily, but it doesn't save it. So when I have items that I want to put into the learning module, what works best is if I create them in this tab and then move them into the learning module, by choosing move, and then I can browse where I want the destination. So I'm going to put it in learning module 1. And then the next thing I want is not the Yahoo link. You can see how it defaulted even though I had changed the order. The next thing I want is the assignment, so I'm going to move that, move it into the learning module. And then lastly, I want the link. So let me move that into the learning module. Now let's go take a look at this learning module. In edit mode, there's the order that I want the items in. That's my menu, my table of contents. Here are all the items. Edit mode is on. If I turn edit mode off, I can see it as a student would see it. So go back to, this will help you. Right now, tests is hidden from students. So let me show the link there. That might happen to you, so I'm going to leave this in. Now, when I go into the learning module, I'm going to see it as a student would see it. So this is item 1. This is the assignment. And they would have to complete the assignment before they could move on. And this is the link. And it would normally open in a new window if I had my preferences set for that. So if I don't, then I'm going to have to click to launch the site that I input. So I hope this helps you with creating learning modules. One other thing that I do want to point out is that when you are in these learning modules or when you are in edit mode, you can build content, but you will see there's no learning module here to choose from. I cannot put one learning module in another learning module. I can put a module page, but I really don't like the module pages because they don't have enough freedom. I prefer just setting up my own items, files, links, or videos and putting those into a module. If I go back into the test tab, there's my learning module. Now I can add another learning module in that tab, but I cannot put one learning module within another. I hope this information helps you when you're working on learning modules.